Carolinas to bring you the best in youth football excitement. The Carolina Panthers welcome you to the Little Panthers Game of the Month.
Beautiful night in Uptown Charlotte. Welcome on board inside the renovated Memorial Stadium. Jim Zoki along with Deshaun Brown. Eugene Robinson will be joining us as well as we bring you, Deshaun, not just this game. This is a championship game, the Little Panthers Pee Wee championship game tonight. 9 to 11-year-olds, parents, fans, friends in here. TV audience, going to be a great blast tonight.
It is, and this is really why you play the game, for the opportunity to come out here to be one of two teams vying for a championship. And already, Jim, that energy is here amongst the parents, the fans, but of course, these guys on the field.
Told you it's a championship game, right? So first of all, you got the team from Mallard Creek. The Chargers are 6-0, haven't lost a game. In fact, they played this team from Lake Norman earlier this year. That was a close game, though, Deshaun, 13-6, so Lake Norman's got to feel confident. But as far as what Mallard Creek has done, undefeated season intact so far.
And something we heard from head coach Phil Thompson, he said, you know, this is one of the hardest working teams he's ever coached. You've got to imagine that is a huge part of the reason they are in this championship tonight.
And then for Lake Norman, this is a team, the Giants, coached by Brandon Michalak, and they are 5-2. Again, they've got the confidence of playing a close game against this undefeated team, and it's always hard to beat that same team twice, right?
Yeah, Jim, I mean, this is a great opportunity for Lake Norman to come out and have a rematch under this environment, a championship environment, so you know that some of that fire and fuel will be out here on the field as well.
Energy's going to be great. These kids, this is their big shot on TV, playing for a championship in front of the folks out here. We're excited to bring it to you. In fact, we're getting ready to kick the game off and get it going right in a few minutes here. There you see them, the Lake Norman Giants. Red, white, and blue. The dry ice coming out of the Giant Panther inflatable, Eugene. It's big time.
Dude, I can't wait. Come on out the tunnel, young man. That's right. Swing that flag. Swing the flag, baby. Woo! Championship football. This is what you want. The Giants looking for that rematch and to be successful on this next time on the rematch.
Look at them. They're Giants. Actual weight, 75 to 115 pounds for these 9 to 11-year-olds. You got some older but lighter as well. And then in the camouflage, undefeated. Here they come. Mallard Creek, the Creek.
The Creek.
The Chargers. Camouflage. Broadcaster's nightmare.
Oh, my goodness.
To identify the jerseys, but that's going to make them that much more elusive to be sought out on this green field.
I mean, to go 6-0, that means something. That means that you've been putting points. And don't forget, they've been putting a lot of points on a lot of opponents all year long. And so this team is poised to put points on the board and have really good defense. This is going to be a good battle for the Giants to go ahead and see if they can go ahead and still win against the favorite, Mallard Creek.
We talked about the points. 179 to 30
Ooh!
Is what they've outscored their opponents. Are going 6-0 this year. The dry ice is ready. The banner is ready to be ripped in half. Mallard Creek Chargers beat Lake Norman 13-6 earlier this season, about to make their entrance with their head coach Phil Thompson, who's in his 5th year as coach of these Chargers. And here they come.
Here they come, and it's going to be a really good game. You're talking about how close the game was last time. This is going to be a very, very good game. It's going to come down to what team eliminates the mistakes. On championship football, you got to eliminate the mistakes.
Now, Eugene, you played 16 years in the NFL. You played primetime, Monday night games. These kids, they got to do homework and then come out here. This is a big night for them. There's got to be, I would think, some butterflies in the middle.
Oh, absolute butterflies, but they're all excited about being out here. And don't forget, you're at Memorial Stadium, and it's redone. Look how beautiful the stadium looks. The field is absolutely immaculate. And so they're going to go out there. They have to be excited about playing at this stage on this field.
Beautiful temperatures for this game tonight. Clear sky, 61 degrees. Not a lot of wind. In a word, conditions are perfect for this championship game. We'll be hearing from Deshaun Brown down there on the sidelines and getting ready for these kids and what they've got in store tonight. And I think this is going to be a close game. The last one, Eugene, was 13-6. We talk about high scoring. These teams have played each other, so they kind of know what to expect, right?
Yeah, they kind of know what to expect, and that's what I mean by it's going to come down to just like every other football game when it's very, very close. Who can eliminate the mistakes, not have those penalties, not have those turnovers, the costly turnover, a fumble, or the costly turnover, the interception. What team could be clean has a great chance of winning this game.
All right, so captains are making their way to midfield along with our referees tonight. There is no kickoff per se. It's just a matter of knowing who will begin the game with the ball with this official point from a Panthers-Saints game that was secured by Riley Fields.
Yes.
They promised to give it back. This is like the real thing.
This is indeed
the
the
real
real
point,
thing.
real commemorative point.
And do we have a Brad Hoover sighting? Is there a Brad Hoover sighting?
Might be. We've got
I know.
We've got a Kemp Rasmussen sighting. I know that. He's got one of the kids out there. So there's what the coin actually looks like. It's from the inaugural season, Eugene, of 1995. And that's the real deal. Obviously, that is the head side, and there's the tail side with the NFL shield.
And I'm much curious to see which team, if they win the toss, will they defer or will they take the ball? And if they take the ball, that says a lot about not only the confidence, excuse me, of the team, but what they want to do.
Yeah, in the NFL, it's typical to defer, as the Panthers do so often when they win coin tosses, but you never know. With these younger teams, they may just want to get on the scoreboard as quick as they can with their offenses. We'll see what the strategy is.
And both offenses are high-powered offenses. Both offenses can put points on the board, too.
Coin is tough to flip. It's so big. From the looks of it, Mallard Creek has won the toss as they're talking with them about their options. Referee's lining them up, and let's see which way they decide to go here.
They will defer.
All right, so it'll be Giants football first from Lake Norman.
Don't forget, Mallard Creek has really confidence in their defense.
So since they'll have the ball first, let's go ahead and meet our Lake Norman Giants.
Carter Stevens, wide receiver and linebacker, St. Mark Catholic School.
Jalen Byers, running back and cornerback, Davidson K8.
Kenyon Kilman, wide receiver and cornerback, Community School of Davidson. My name is Connor Anderson. I play left guard and outside linebacker, and I go to Bailey Middle School. Bennett Love, wide receiver, and I go to Bailey Middle School.
My name is Tate Rasmussen. I play DN and wide receiver, and I go to Davidson K8.
My name is Jack Rasmussen. I play center. I go to Davidson K8. My name is Max Matthews. I play fullback, linebacker, and kicker, and I go to Davidson K8.
My name is Weston Mycroft. I play quarterback, and I go to the Community School of Davidson.
I'm Logan Pettit. I'm a D lineman, and I go to Pine Lake Prep.
My name is Charles Puckett. I play tight end and DN, and I go to Davidson K8.
My name is Thomas Jenkins. I play wideout, and I go to Pine Lake Prep.
Cooper Moore. I play offensive line, and I go to Bailey Middle.
Travis Barton, safety, Bradley Middle. I'm the best in the nation.
Andrew Duffy. I'm a wide receiver and cornerback, and I go to Bailey Middle. OH.
I'm Brennan Davies. I play linebacker, and I go to Community School of Davidson.
My name is Jack Browning. I play middle linebacker and O-line, and I go to Community School of Davidson.
My name is Danny Matty. I play O-line and D-line, and go to Davidson K8. And you know I'm coming for you.
My name is Thompson Provost, and I am nose guard, and I go to Turns Creek Elementary School. My name is Lawson Sherman. I play O&D line. I go to Community School of Davidson, and I'm hungry.
Ready to eat.
See, hungry or hangry? Might be hangry. Coach Phil Thompson in his 5th year. He's the play caller as well. You heard a couple of Rasmussens in there. Kemp Rasmussen is the defensive coordinator, former Carolina Panther.
A very good player for the Carolina Panthers. And here we go.
Fans are excited. Got their pom-poms waving. The noisemakers ready as well. And we'll see what we got on store. The quarterback, Weston Michalak, in trouble in the backfield there, wrapped up, going backwards a little bit on the first play, but it's going to be tough running out there. Jalen Byers, he's one of their stars.
And just way to shoot the gap, young man. Recognize from that defensive line spot to get in between the tackles and to get in the backfield to go ahead and disrupt the play. That is some incredible speed off the ball.
And Byers, pretty elusive, but not that time. As they'll line up in the pistol, and again it'll be a handoff here. And again, met at the line of scrimmage. These Chargers just charging up front. Tough to run on that defensive front of the undefeated Mallard Creek. This is a good run to the football, gang tackling football team with the Chargers.
You're absolutely right. Once again, you got the box stacked. They got almost 8 guys at the line of scrimmage, daring them to go ahead and run. And even in the I formation, it didn't matter. The penetration from that defensive front was too good.
So they'll bring along 3rd and 13 with a gain of 2 to make it 3rd and 11 off that last run. See if they put it up in the air on this one. Michael Eck, the quarterback, and he will look to throw. Got a good arm, got a receiver, but overthrows him at the 50-yard line. So looks like it'll be 3 and out here unless they want to risk going for it here. Maybe they will.
Thomas Jenkins looked like he was the intended receiver on that play on the go route on the outside, but is well covered by the corner and the safety.
So this will bring along 4th and 11. And they will punt it away.
Good decision.
Tricking Mallard, yes. They tricked Mallard Creek into bringing everybody up to the line of scrimmage, get the ball to roll dead, gets a Giants bounce all the way down to the 32-yard line. So for the first time, we'll see Mallard Creek and the Chargers on offense and their undefeated team. Let's meet the Chargers.
My name is Demetrius Adams. I'm a linebacker, and I go to Kannapolis Middle School.
My name is Deron Horton. I'm a corner, and I go to Harris Road Middle.
My name's Adam Everett. I play outside linebacker, and I go to Ridge Road Middle School.
Bryce Thompson, quarterback, Harris Road Middle School.
My name is Zayden Sykes. I play wide receiver, and I go to Bradford Preparatory.
My name is Alex Thompson. I play cornerback and receiver, and I go to Ridge Road Middle School.
My name is Jonathan Pruitt. I play D-line, and I go to Bradley Middle School.
My name is Foster. I play defensive end. My school is Ridge Road Middle School.
My name is Langston Pratt. My position is D-tackle, and I attend Piedmont IB Middle School.
My name is Josiah Tillman. My position is defensive tackle, and I go to Northwest Cabarrus Middle School.
My name is Caleb Bryant. I go to Harris Road Middle School, and I play wide receiver.
My name is Mason Emery. I'm a running back, and I go to Ridge Road Middle School.
Siaka Bynum, number 23, running back, Corvian Community School.
My name is Devere Dangerfield. I play middle linebacker, and I go to Ridge Road Middle School.
My name is Marvel. I'm linebacker. I go to Ridge Road.
Tyson Bailey, D-tackle, and I go to Mallard Creek STEM Academy.
My name is Nashawn Smith. The position I play for football is center, and the school I go to is North Language Academy.
All right, so here we go with Mallard Creek on offense for the first time. It's just a little bit over a minute running off the clock on the Lake Norman Giants possession. Eugene, we will do the best we can with these uniforms to identify the players in these camouflage jerseys.
They come out and split backs immediately.
Bring a receiver in motion. And it's going to be a pitch to the near side and tackled from behind. A good pursuit there.
Wow.
That's Charles Puckett coming up and making the tackle there.
And I think Mason Emery, along with Mason Emery, was that? No, that was Puckett. You're right, 18. Comes down after getting up the field, securing the edge, and then able to get back down to go and make the tackle. That's some very good speed by that young man.
So a good start for the Giants on defense there, not giving up much on that one. In fact, a loss of 2 makes it 2nd down and 12 now for the Chargers. Again, we'll go with the split running backs in the backfield. Got a receiver in the slot to the right. Loaded along the box in the defense there, and now it's going to be a pitch to the left side, try to cut it inside, and once again, not having any of it is Lake Norman.
It's going to be hard, Zoe, to run against both these teams because they have 8 men at the line of scrimmage. I mean, they're almost in a 6-2, a 6-2 system where they got the tight ends covered, and they're getting tremendous penetration, and we see Puckett once again, Charlie Puckett getting in the backfield, so that's some really good defense by the Giants.
That was Carter Stevens, who also plays wide receiver, coming in as a linebacker to make that play. Because you need to know it, his favorite food is sushi.
Oh, watch out now.
Shotgun formation, 3rd and 12. And they go to the up hand and the run. It's going to be up the middle again, so 3 straight runs. And able to get some positive yardage in that one to get back across the 30 up to the 33-yard line. But that'll bring along 4th and long coming up.
That ball was dangerously over the head of the quarterback, looked like Mason Emery. He was able to corral that ball and then get up the field.
Emery is their go-to guy. We got a 4th and 9 situation. Never know what these coaches will do, as we saw in the first possession by Lake Norman, where they kind of hide the fact that they were punting on that one. A rolling clock here in quarter number 1 from Memorial Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Lake Norman creeping a defender back in case, but it's going to be a running play. And again, up the middle, nothing goes. So 4 running plays and a good start by these Lake Norman Giants, playing big time up front with Love on the tackle.
And I think the coach calculated and made the 4th down play because he believes his defense is able to stop those Giants. Once again, I think the team that's going to go ahead and do a play action pass, fake the run on 1st down and throw the ball because everybody's stacking the box. There's 8 guys line of scrimmage. I think that team may be successful of sneaking in the play and getting some substantial yardage.
Danny Maddle, the first one to get inside and make that hit. Plenty of run support from Bennett Love and others in there. So the turnover on downs and a good field position, Eugene, coming up here now for the Lake Norman team.
It's great field position, but I think coaches rolling the dice thinking that, hey, my guys defensively was able to hold them to a 3-and-out in the very first series. He may be looking for another 3-and-out.
It was a low-scoring game when these teams met earlier in this season, 13-6. Mallard Creek won on that day.
And now it's up there in the spread formation, which looks like it may be a pass or a play action.
They do a lot of that. Running back in a pistol formation as they bring the receiver in motion now. The jet sweep, got a penalty flag down. Turning the corner, hit hard, but rolling forward in a nice run. We'll see if it holds up with the penalty flag.
Unfortunately, it was both men in motion. The running back and was in motion along with the wide receiver was coming across the motion when the quarterback lifted his foot to signal motion.
Charles Puckett will be brought back.
Yep.
Look at our officials tonight with our referee, Derek
Illegal
Beach.
shift on the offense. 2 men moving at the same time. Still 1st down.
And a well-designed play, too, on that little jet sweep with the receiver coming across in motion. If the running back just holds his water just a little bit, that's a positive play of 8-9 yards.
A lot of moving parts on that one. It's hard to get everyone set at the same time, so they'll bring along 1st and 15 now. Again, they'll bring Puckett in motion on a sweep motion, jet action there. Quarterback under duress, and down he goes. Weston McCulloch didn't have a chance to throw on that one.
And another flag on the play, Zoke. I'm not sure if there was a legal motion once again, but another flag on the play.
Foster Harrison was the first of the few that were in there. It looks like another illegal shift.
Looks like they're going to decline the penalty. Creek.
They'll bring along 2nd down. And
Illegal formation.
Yes.
On the offense, more than 4 men in the backfield. That penalty is declined. 2nd down.
And this is what I was talking about, Zoe. These teams are evenly matched. Whoever can minimize the mistakes, that's the team that typically is going to win the game.
And you see both offenses have been going backwards here in the early going. 2nd and 17 off of that quarterback sack.
Oh, no, okay.
Spread again here. Spread offense and 2 receivers to each side, left and right. And a shotgun for Weston Michalak, coach's son, back to throw under pressure again and stuffed in the backfield once again.
Oh my goodness. Number 21, Mr. Bryant, off the edge. He takes the offensive tackle and takes him back to the quarterback. Just a play right back to the quarterback, even when the offensive tackle tried to hold him, to no avail.
Caleb Bryant was not going to be tonight.
Right.
That's the old lookout block. Look out.
Yes.
Man, 3rd and 29. Can you put on 3rd down?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Caleb Bryant, he's got an NFL future in his mind. Maybe remember that name and write that one down.
Yeah, it was Danny Maddle who was the right tackle who was trying to go ahead and stop the onslaught off that edge rush, but he got a little wider, which creates a little bit more opportunity for you to go ahead and do moves on him. And then off the bull rush to the arm over, he just went right by him, right by the right tackle.
You got any good play designs for 3rd down and 29?
There's no 3rd down and 29. What you do is something safe. You go ahead and do a screen, a draw, and then you punt the ball because a punt is just as good.
Just go ahead and run up the middle, see what they can get. And not a bad little run. Jalen Byers there, able to at least get some field position back.
A nice little trap call by the coach to go ahead and get us some field position back. You're right, but do you go ahead and do another trap? I think not.
They punted last time, so as opposed to Mallard Creek, which went for it. See if they go ahead and kick this one away.
And Mallard Creek has what? They're in a 4-4 stack system. Now they're in a 5-3. Now they're in a 10. Everybody's at line of scrimmage.
There's the punt on 4th and 24, angling it to the far side. And again, takes a nice roll for the Lake Norman Giants inside the 25, down at the 24-yard line. Defensive battle so far.
Absolutely. This is a really good game. And typically, when there's not a lot of points scored, people think the game is boring. It is not boring. Both defenses come to play, and the coach has these teams well schooled. Edge control is there, and then also I see some two-gapping too. Getting your hands on it, shucking the offender by, and then making the tackle.
And we see Coach Phil Thompson, again in his 5th year there. A couple of Thompsons on this team, the wide receiver Alex Thompson, the quarterback Bryce Thompson. And work cut out for them here tonight. And undefeated up to this point has been Mallard Creek.
They got 7 guys at line of scrimmage.
Try to pitch it and come around the corner. Stopping before you can get quite around the corner. Good pursuit there by the Giants to limit that to about a 3-yard carry.
Exactly. A very good job by the Giants to string that play out, really making the receiver run a very, very long way.
That's Emery.
Yeah, Mason Emery. And look at just the pursuit. That's a long way to go run, but Puckett, once again, from that defensive end spot, helps out on that tackle. Now that young Mr. Puckett is a pretty good defender.
He is. We've seen him on offense as a receiver. Here he lines up as a linebacker. You'll be seeing a lot of 22. Mason Emery's our go-to guy on offense here. Handed off to him again. This time he'll try the left side. Got some blocking this time and pushes it up near a first down, just short of it.
Well, here I think a good move is to run the ball away from Mr. Puckett. That's what I would go ahead and do. Mr. Puckett is pretty stout on that left-hand side.
In a favorable spot, so a first down, and first down of our ball game comes with just over 3:23 to play here in the first quarter.
And once again, the Giants have stacked the box. There's a number of guys at the line of scrimmage. Might a play-action pass be in the making?
And they do like to throw. They will throw 10 to 15 times per game. And whistle before the play can get going here.
That is
prior to the snap, ball start on the offense. Be 5-yard penalty, replay first down.
Never good one for the offense when that flag comes down right around pre-snap time there.
And the reason why they stop the play is so that you don't hit the quarterback, you don't hit the running back. They stop and just keep the players safe. They do that in every league.
So now 1st and 15 on the way with the 5-yard penalty under 3 minutes to go here in the opening quarter at Memorial Stadium. Little Panthers Pee Wee championship game. And again, met in the backfield and flipped upside down. Nowhere to go with the pursuit there once again by the Giants in the middle. There's Puckett, you said, run away from him.
I would run the ball away from Mr. Puckett. Mr. Puckett has length, he has power, does a great job on the edge, but the penetration in the backfield, either that or you might want to double team him. That's just really good job. How do you stop Mr. Puckett? Well, the Mallard Creek have to bring a guy across in motion to help block and then run the ball away from Mr. Puckett, because Mr. Puckett ain't having it right now.
No, he's been all over the field on offense and on defense so far. 2nd and 16 out of the shotgun. It'll be a handoff. And diving forward and getting up to the 28-yard line once again. It's Mason Emery getting the most out of it.
And once again, you got the full house backfield. You got typically a run, and the run is not going to be on the outside. The run is going to be inside. We're going to use that full house backfield guys to go ahead and block. The problem is the Giants have 9 guys down at the line of scrimmage. 1 free safety back. That's it. And it's by design because of the formation by Mallard Creek.
The full house backfield here. And the pitch to 22 Emery once again, coming around the left side. Good running room across the 30, 35, 40. Bumped out of bounds and a big run. He takes down the stake where the first down marker was.
He might have been able to get the first down. I mean, what a beautiful run on the outside. And nice blocking, too, downfield.
Should be points for taking out that stick.
Wow. This is going to be very, very close.
Officials timeout.
All of a sudden you put those sticks down, we see those running backs coming away. I think he wears 22 for a reason, I'm going to guess.
Yes,
probably a Christian McCaffrey
That's the Christian McCaffrey fan right there.
He ran it like C-Mac on that one.
Yes, he did. Got to the outside and really used his hand, put the ball on the left-hand side, and was able to go ahead and get a nice little stiff arm in there.
That was a tough run. So they got the ball. Are you supposed to drop the chains when they're coming towards you?
You're supposed to
drop it.
the chains.
Now we got a little halvesy chain over there.
Yes, we do.
See, a little short chain.
He's gonna have to lift it up and hold it in his hand.
I don't think they brought a spare.
No.
And the line of scrimmage stick guys like, you're not having mine because you broke yours. It's not my problem. Let's check it with Deshaun Brown down on the sidelines. Deshaun.
Hey guys, I am joined now by Pop Warner Little Panthers President Sean Hall. And Sean, this is an organization that's been serving the community since 1958. Can you speak to the legacy, but also the opportunity here in 2021?
Absolutely. With Pop Warner Little Panthers, we've been servicing the community again since 1958. It's been a staple for a lot of the kids, some kids playing in the National League now. Just because we're spread across all 4 counties, Mecklenburg, Cabarrus, Union, Iredell, we have the opportunity to have 14 associations in our group. So we're just servicing the area and just trying to keep the kids active, especially coming out of a COVID year.
And so many different associations make up the Pop Warner Little Panthers. Can you speak to just all of the different branches that are a part of this?
Absolutely. We start up on the north end. We have the Lake Norman Giants, obviously. You got Mallard Creek Chargers, Dorado Warriors. You got Odell Eagles. You got Mallard Creek Chargers. I'm sorry, I know it said them Powell Panthers. You have South Park Falcons, South Charlotte Patriots, Mar Colts. So East Charlotte Jaguars. There's a lot of different leagues in our group that make up the Little Panthers, which make us special.
For those who would like to be involved, how do they do that?
Absolutely. You can contact us on our website at popwarnerlittlepanthers.org, or my contact information is on there as well. They can contact me, email me, and I'll get them associated with someone in their area.
You having fun?
I am.
Sean, thank you. I'll send it back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Deshaun. I think everyone's having fun so far. Good game so far. Good defenses. Getting the offenses starting to get underway a little bit here.
Absolutely.
Need some duct tape for that stick.
We need to get the duct tape for the stick. You're absolutely right.
Somebody has to go to the stick store.
Or you just, next time, drop it. You drop the...
This is what you do, is you improvise. Get the dads together and try to bend it back into shape.
Yes,
if
indeed.
They can put the 2 sides back together.
And then duct tape it together.
It's a good...
and then somebody's going to put some tape around it.
Yeah, it's a good crafts project. Of all the delays I thought we might have tonight, I did not anticipate this would be one of them.
This is not one of them, but my goodness. And the clock is, it was a running clock, the clock stopped.
Yeah, if they hadn't stopped it, we'd be through all 4 quarters trying to put this back together. So it's been a great night. I mean, it's my first time back inside this stadium, Eugene. I think, have you been in here or not? But
no, this is the first time.
Memorial Stadium has been here for decades and decades here near uptown Charlotte, what they used to call the Midtown area here, and a beautiful view of uptown Charlotte off to our left as we look off to the west over there. But this is a really terrific renovation job, and this field turf down here is in beautiful shape.
This is absolutely beautiful. From people who remember what the stadium looked like, and now to have it fresh and new. I mean, you could play football games, soccer games here. You could play whatever you want here, and it is absolutely beautiful. And it's accommodating. I mean, I just love the steely blue look that it has here. My goodness, beautiful.
They have soccer here as the home for the Charlotte Independence here at American Legion Memorial Stadium. Goes back to 1937. Renovation complete here, and when it's full, can hold over 10,000 on this new surface. So that great run by Mason Emery, where he took out the stick, and they mark him a yard short. So 4th down and 1 as we get back to action.
And don't forget, you got 4th down and 1. The quarterback gets underneath the center, and rightly so.
Emery the single step back, 2 receivers left and right, and a little pre-snap move as Emery could not hold up.
No, he could not hold his water on that play. And now you went from going for 1 yard now to get 6 yards. And it's really hard to get 6 yards against this team. hold your water because the play doesn't include you. All you have to do is stand still because they were going to do a quarterback sneak.
I know, I was going to say, it wasn't coming to him unless he was going to do that shove in the back thing.
Yep.
Where you try to propel him forward. So Bryce Thompson, the quarterback, comes back out.
And if he's going to do that, you got to get closer to the quarterback to get that done. But now it's 6 yards. It's going to be very difficult to get 6 yards against this the Giants. And if you do, I would run the ball away from Mr. Puckett.
Yep, I go with that. Full house backfield once again. A misdirection, the handoff, all busting through and getting the first down, and plenty more across the 50-yard line. And that was able to get the first down on that one. A little bit of misdirection as they weren't sure which back was going to get it out of the three. And it looks like it was Sakia Bynum that came away with it.
And absolutely, it was a great job by the quarterback. The quarterback opened up to his right hand, to his left. It looked like the ball was going to his left, and then he spun to his right to hand the ball off. That misdirection by the quarterback alone allowed for that run to happen.
It was pretty nifty ball handling by
yes, it was.
Thompson, the quarterback. So a fresh set of downs at the midfield here for Mallard Creek. Final minute of the first quarter. And they will do a pitch sweep and cut off. Now makes a foot in the ground move and cuts it up the middle, but nowhere to go. Thomas Jenkins in there to make the tackle that time.
Jenkins is in there to make the tackle. Mr. Puckett gets up the field. Linebacker does a great job of filling. There was no place to run that ball. Actually, it looked like a tackle for a loss.
Yeah, he's going to lose a yard on that one. Bring along 2nd and 11, about a yard loss on that one, and see if they even try to run another play here. It looks like they'll be content to let the quarter run out. They won't have to move the ball far.
They won't have to
from 149 to the other 49-yard line for quarter number 2.
At least you get the timeout.
So first quarter complete here.
That's the end of the first quarter.
And a scoreless one that it's been. Chargers and Giants scoreless here, and we got a little Panthers flashback for you here, Eugene. You ready for this?
I'm ready for it.
All right, see what we got. Here it comes.
And I'm joined by Daniel Jones with the South Park Falcons. Daniel, obviously you're recognized as a great student. What are some of your favorite classes?
I like math, I guess. It's one of my favorites.
Daniel Jones, 2008. You see him with the New York Giants these days after a great career at Duke and Charlotte Latin. This is where stars are born, is on this field, Eugene.
Exactly. As a matter of fact, I played against that young man with Charlotte Christian going against Latin. And this young man has always been a super duper star, and now he's a quarterback in the National Football League. Outstanding.
Some of these kids on this field have those kind of aspirations, and it's never too big of a dream because you've got such a great community here of Pop Warner football, and whatever does penalty flag flying on this one, though. A couple flags come down on a short run up the middle here. So this one's coming back.
I didn't think it was a neutral zone infraction or it was movement by the offense. I think it was a little bit of both.
We had flags from two different directions, so it could be.
I thought maybe a neutral zone infraction, and then I saw movement. So we'll see what the referee said.
We had 2 fouls. We'll have to lip read, I think, though. Here we go.
There were 2 fouls on the play, both by the offense. Okay. Illegal formation, more than 4 men in the backfield. That penalty is declined. Block below the waist on the offense, number 11. That penalty would be enforced. Still 2nd down.
Nope.
So that'll back him up all the way down to the 34-yard line. Punitive.
Absolutely.
Did you ever coach Pop Warner? I know you've done high school.
Yes, I did. I coached when I first became a Carolina Panther back in 2000. It was me, Kitchen, and another
Chris Mangum.
And Chris Mangum, and we coached.
You coached my stepson,
That's
Alex
right.
Mann. He was your quarterback.
Alex Mann was a quarterback.
I knew you remember that.
Yes.
That was the South Park team. I think.
South Park.
Same thing you saw with Daniel Jones, the Falcons. Bring the receiver in tight, now send him back in motion. There seems to be some confusion on the Mallard Creek side. And a lot of time went by.
Timeout.
Timeout taken.
Mallard Creek.
Couldn't get everyone set, Eugene.
No, could not get everyone set. And once again, it comes down to, and I know these guys are young, But it comes down to those guys not making mistakes.
I always found at this level too, if you got two really fast kids
Yes.
on offense, use them. Get them in space somehow, and
get
they
them
can't
the
be
ball.
caught.
Yeah, and get them the ball.
It helps when you got somebody big to make tackles, as we saw with Puckett here. And again, that information, if you're looking to get your kids involved, kids you know, Pop Warner, littlepanthers.org to get more information for the next round of signups and get out there and play. It's just so much fun watching. It's the atmosphere. It's really, there's tailgating, the whole family's involved, and it's just it really just teaches so many fundamentals in life skills, just being a part of a team like this.
And I'm surprised to see how well these kids are tackling, and because all the tackling that you have to do now and doing it correctly.
And there's just another example of it.
Yeah, very good job. And a lot of little roll tackles that we see, and that's now being taught at that level where kids are trying to get the helmet out of its head.
And that was a Rasmussen on that one.
There you go.
Caden Rasmussen. We talked about Kemp Rasmussen there. You got the little high-low going on there with the two Giants teaming up on that one.
And let me just say, Caden Rasmussen put his head behind as he made that roll tackle, which is very, very good. Typically, a young kid would put his head in front, and we're trying to get the head out of the surface.
So here we go again on third and this time 26. Difficult downs and distances here out of the shotgun.
Running the 6-3 defense.
Bryce Thompson, the quarterback, will hand it off. And nothing doing. Short gain again as they go to Mason Emery, their go-to guy, but Giants stayed in their gaps and able to shut that down immediately.
It's 6-minute line of scrimmage and 3 linebackers. That's 9 people at the point of attack. And you're trying to go and run the ball, and you're doing some misdirection. But the problem is you got 3 on each side, and then you got the linebackers who can fill to either side of the ball. So it's going to be very difficult to run against this defense. You may have a little bit better success throwing the ball.
Good job by Thomas Jenkins there. Back home, his dog is Lucas, is his favorite animal in the world. Punt, that's a pretty good punt. Giants will let it roll dead, and will he pick it up? Be careful, you could turn that over. Oh no,
I think
that is a live football.
That's a live football, and I think it might be a fumble.
And
nope.
No,
Retained possession.
Referees did not blow it dead.
You know what? Because I think his knee was down when he touched the ball. So the ball would be blown down. Let's take a look. Let's see if his knee's down if he touches the ball. No,
Not really.
actually, not really. That ball should. Oh, he gets the ball back, though.
It's Jalen Byers. I think he just wasn't quite sure what to do because the ball had stopped dead. He thought maybe the play was dead.
Jalen, stay away from it. It's called poison card. Make a poison card so everybody gets away from the ball. Peter, or poison.
All right, 1st and 10 now with the Giants out of the shotgun. The direct snap. Banging ahead. Thomas Jenkins with it.
I mean, it's some nice, robust runs, but the fact that you got so many men at the line of scrimmage, and now we got to hurry up offense by the Lake Norman Giants.
Going tempo. And this time Jenkins himself moving.
Yes.
Looked like maybe he thought the ball was going to be snapped earlier.
False start on the offense, number 41. 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
Which also set Jenkins in motion as the quarterback on it.
And we see a number of mistakes, and typically you see these mistakes at this level. But when you get to the championship type of game, typically the mistakes start to eliminate because you use them up earlier in the season.
So I guess more wildcat than quarterback. This is a pure run situation with Jenkins in there right now. And nothing doing is Mallard Creek just really bowing up in the middle of that defensive line, not allowing anything.
The coaches are going to have to change their game plan because both defenses are stingy. I see an up-tempo offense by Lake Norman, but you still got the box so crowded. This just screams that you're trying to run the ball.
Another handoff up the middle on that wildcat direct snap. That time Byers trying to get through, and again, Chargers are there to give up nothing, staying in their gaps, doing a good job.
And here is where, when the coaches recognize things are not working, this is where you have at halftime, you start making your halftime adjustments and going, hey, how can we go ahead and change things up a little bit to make sure that we're not defeating ourselves.
This will be the punt. 4th and 13. It's a good one. And it's going to take a sideways roll, and this one's going to go out of bounds. So nobody has to handle it there at about the 43, 44-yard line.
Well, nobody was handling the ball because Coach Chuck told her, get away from the ball. He told her, get away from the ball. Get away.
You saw what happened to them.
Yes, get away from the ball. You yell Peter or poison. That means everyone get away from the ball, because if you do nothing else, you retain possession of the ball.
And in a low-scoring defensive game, everything matters. Every possession, every penalty, every turnover. We've only seen one ball in the air today. That was an incomplete pass. Let's check in once again with Deshaun Brown down along the sidelines. Deshaun.
All right, well, we are joined right now by our head cheer coach over at Mallard Creek. Team, obviously championship night. How do you get ready for a game like this?
Just tell the girls to practice, come out here and do what we know is best, to cheer on our team for the win. We're ready to take that trip to Florida.
What is your favorite part about being a cheer coach, but also a cheer coach for these young ladies?
My favorite part about coaching is the bonds that I have with every girl that I have. Just coming out here every day doing something that I love to do.
Now, before we let you go, we have to get a sample of what you can do. Is that something we can work out?
Oh, we can.
All right, let's see it.
All right. You guys want to do it? Don't stop? Yeah!
Great to see you on the sidelines. And guess not just about football, Eugene, it's about getting everybody involved out there, including the cheer squads.
Yeah, the cheer squads are doing their thing right now, and they have a ball doing it too. And I told you the previous play, do not run the ball to the side of Mr. Puckett.
He has been a handful today. Charles Puckett has not been missing out on many tackles there, and he lines up on the far left side. You see him standing up. Here's a throw, a rare throw, and a completion, the first of the game across the 50. Not quite enough for a first down, but close to it across to the 47.
The tight end sneaks out after he fakes the block, sneaks out down the side, not the sideline, but down almost to the hash, and it's nothing but a quick dump pass. Nice little sneak out. Fooled the linebackers, fooled everyone, because guess what? The linebackers are playing for the one. The play action pass, that's what I was calling for. The play action pass will allow yourself to go ahead and to fool that defense and maybe to get something deep.
Good hands by Caleb Bryant there. And by the quarterback, Bryce Thompson kind of ducked down, kind of hid behind his offensive line there so they couldn't see him. So fourth and about 1.5 yards to go. Quarterback keeper, but the Giants are all over it. There he is once again, Charles Puckett leading the barrage.
And just a great job by the Lake Norman Giants slicing into the A-gaps. They took away those gaps. There was no place to run. The quarterback sneak typically happens off the center's butt, but it had nowhere to go because they took away the A-gaps. Good job by Lake Norman Giants.
Bryce Thompson, the quarterback, kind of hobbling a little bit over to the sideline. I'm sure we'll take a look at him as he tries to get with his coach, Phil Thompson. And a good stop there by the Giants to get the ball back on downs. Clock rolling with about 3.5 to go here in a scoreless first half at American Legion Memorial Stadium near Uptown Charlotte. Getting a motion.
And there you go once again, just the quarterback clapping.
Prior to the snap, ball start on the offense, number 22. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Is that Mr. Jacobs again? And it just caused him to go ahead and just jump ever so slightly. Oh my goodness. And now 1st and 15 is a little bit different. Typically you do screens and draws. Or a pitch.
Pitch sweep, yep. Puckett, the big guy, and this time,
my goodness.
He's been dishing it out. That time he was on the receiving end of a good solid tackle and a loss of maybe got a yard on that one.
I'm not sure if that was the corner or the safety who came up from the corner position, but way to lay the hat. Good tackle once by the linebacker on the outside.
Adam
but
Everett.
then, oh my goodness, way to come up and make a tackle.
Yep, number 5, the linebacker, Adam Everett, coming up, making that play. Here's another look at it, Eugene.
And then here it comes. Boom.
Shot that gap.
Oh my goodness.
Give
That's what you want to see.
The cornerback was there on support.
And they got a slot formation going out. Call the timeout.
So on 2nd and 14, that'll stop the clock with 2:27 to go, and the scoreless tie between the Mallard Creek Chargers and the Lake Norman Giants out here. And it doesn't matter what they try to run. We've seen one completed pass in the game, but most of these runs, nobody's been able to break through and get beyond these 2 front walls, that the front 7, front 8s that we're seeing in these games defensively.
And that's right. Head coach McCulloch, he's going to have to go ahead and change things up. I see he's coming out with a slot formation, spreading the formation. He needs to throw the ball there to keep the Mallard Creek defense honest.
Mallard Creek cheerleaders with their team on defense, trying to make some noise. Make some impact here on the Giants offensively. McCulloch, the quarterback, out of the shotgun. Started to look like he might throw it, but now he's going to take off and run. And again, it's the gang tackling of Mallard Creek that'll sack him in the backfield.
It's not a blitz because they have the defensive end. The defensive end is just taking his normal rush edge, and he gets up the field. I thought that the quarterback was going to unleash it, throw the ball to the out-hand side, to the left-hand side. You have one-on-one coverage. It's a 50-50 ball that you could throw up there, and it may yield you some yards.
Josiah Tillman, the one to get the credit for the quarterback sack. 3rd down and very long to go here. This will be Puckett. Big out carry straight up the middle, just kind of puts his nose forward and barrels across to about the 45-yard line, but that'll bring along 4th and very long now.
Does Mr. Puckett seem like he's like a little bit bigger than some of the other
yes.
kids? Mr. Puckett's got some size on him.
But still has to be within that weight range. If it goes to 115, he's 114 and a half, it looks like to me. You can be as tall as you want.
You can be as tall as you want, but he's a little bit sizable right there, young man. I ain't mad at you either.
Chargers will call a defensive timeout here. Looking at 4th and 14. It's just been back and forth, just both teams trying to claim a little bit of turf. This game's been played mostly, Eugene, between the 2 30-yard lines, it feels like.
And here it is. It's going to come down to what team makes a mistake. If a missed tackle, something like that, Zote, that's going to go ahead and change the complexion of this game, or maybe a penalty, a pass interference call, something like that's going to change it. These teams are too evenly matched.
The pitcher's duel out here tonight. See the fans out here, and we're into November now. Actually feels like fall.
It is fall indeed.
Been such a hot, long summer and deep into the fall here, but now it feels like football weather for sure, and family support as you see all of the stands here at Memorial Stadium. So 4th down. Let's see if the punt will be made here.
This is when you should try it.
And we got the Chargers jumping off sides.
Prior to the snap.
So they are so primed. The Mallard Creek is so primed to go ahead and stop this run or try to get back there to stop the block the punt. But this is where you sneak out both tight ends and you throw the ball to one of the tight ends.
Okay, so you're calling for a little trickery here.
I would call it right now.
A little gadget play. I like it. It's going to be a punt, though. It looks like maybe running into the punter here. It's seeing a penalty flag. That ball's going to roll inside the 20 to the 15, and it comes to an end of the 12. Looked like there was some contact on the punter.
There was some definite contact on the punter. It could have been easily a penalty running to the punter, but I don't think it would have been a 5-yard one, not the roughing the punter.
So look at it, Eugene, and not much room to work with on these punts to begin with the short snaps. It kind of looks like it might have been a thing, but we'll send it to New York.
Yeah,
we'll take a look at it in New York. And poor field position, as it turns out, too, for the Chargers coming out of this.
Yeah, and this is going to be some tough field position by the Chargers. And this is where a defensive play, a defensive stop may go ahead and yield you something here. Like I tell you, a punt is not a bad play at all, not one bit. You flip the field, and that time, the Lake Norman Giants, they flip the field.
So Zayden Sykes there look confident and look at the skyline in uptown Charlotte. Final minute here of the first half. Keep it on the ground. We've seen a lot of that. It makes sense. It's backed up near their own goal line there. So hand off to Mason Emery, who's done the heavy lifting here in this ball game so far for the Chargers.
And we see the hurry up offense playing tempo. 2-minute drill.
And in this case, about a minute, and this could be a big breaking play. It's a first down, pushing it up to about the 29-yard line.
Might you see that same fake going to the left-hand side and throw a screen pass to the right?
Mason Emery, he is their go-to guy. And they will keep going to him. He's trying to do it on his own as he breaks the initial line there and gets about 5 more. Stopping the clock with 22 seconds to go in the first half.
And when you're running the ball as well as they're running the ball right now to get the first down, this is when you go ahead and do a play action. It's 22 seconds. You have to do a play action, fake that run, and throw the ball to your receivers downfield and see if you can get something cheap.
Might be able to squeeze something in here late.
And if I'm in Lake Norman Giants, I'm thinking that, hey, they ran the ball 3 times right now. They're going to go ahead and take a quick shot. I'm going to set my safeties and my corners back deep because we can afford for you to, we can stop a short play. We can't afford for you to get behind the linebackers in the corner in the secondary.
I mentioned the Rasmussens and Kep Rasmussen for those who remember the early days of Panthers football.
Mm-hmm. Kep was pretty good player.
So not a lot of time to work with. Long way to go. But at least we're seeing some good offensive production on this series out of the Chargers.
And then we see the coach has just set his free safety back a little bit deep to look for the play.
6 along the defensive line of scrimmage. There'll be a handoff. Getting a decent run and it picks up the first down up across the 40-yard line.
Yeah, but he should have stayed to the outside, and that's what the quarterback was hoping he was able to do. Stay to the outside because you have much more room.
That's Kia Bynum. Now we're down to the final less than 10 seconds now. Everyone tries to get set for one more play, it looks like. Play action. The quarterback will try to keep it and just really know where to go. And just dire situation there. They're running out of time with a long way to go, but
that is the end of the first
half.
half.
Offense going there late.
And a good job by Lake Norman to play for the pass too. They set the receiver out deep, and he was covered.
So it's been a defensive struggle here. American Legion Memorial Stadium. And good running there at the end of the half by Mason Emery, number 22. But neither team able to crack the scoreboard so far.
Please
it's been a scoreless
10 minutes
first half
on the
here.
game clock.
And it's been fun to watch, but these offenses, I feel like if anybody scores, that could be it.
That will be it.
It's been that tough. Let's go down to Deshaun Brown.
All right, we are joined now by the Chargers head coach, Phil Thompson. After one half of football, what do you like with what you've seen from your team?
We're moving the ball well. We just gotta block number 18 a little better, man. He's a man out there.
Going into the half, I know you're going to have a discussion with the guys. Where do you look to adjust?
We're probably going to come out, air it out a little bit more in the second half, back them up a little bit so we can go back to the power running game.
All right, Coach, we appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Guys, I'll send it back
And
to
so
you.
that's what I was calling for.
Yep.
He said to make the adjustment, he wants to air the ball out. They got to stop Mr. Puckett. Mr. Puckett has been messing up and thwarting every run that they had. But you got to throw the ball against this Mallard Creek team because, for the Lake Norman Chargers, Giants, because they are very, very good at stopping the run.
All right, so we may see some passing perhaps in the second half, trying to break things up. But here we are at halftime. It's been a scoreless battle so far. Tough, hard-nosed, gritty performances by these two teams. Lake Norman, the Giants, the Mallard Creek Chargers. And it's been an entertaining first half. Parents, fans, and friends all enjoying it on a cool evening near Uptown Charlotte. We're looking forward to the second half of this Pee Wee Division League Championship game, the Pop Warner Little Panthers title.
The funniest person on the team is Dante Jackson.
D-Jack, because he talks all the time. D-Jack's the funniest because he talks all the time.
I gotta go with D-Jack. D-Jack's always making me laugh.
The funniest person on the team, it might be Yetur.
Sneaky funny Yetur Gross Mentos. Most of Yetur stuff will have everybody crying, laughing. He's just like, what y'all laughing? I'm serious, right?
The funniest person on the team would be D-Jack.
The funniest person on the team,
like low key, Robbie.
What's that man doing? The funniest person, there's a couple people. I would say Yetur, Dante Jackson, Sam Franklin, and probably Brian Burns.
You like that?
Probably DJ. Yeah, DJ, man. He's comedy. He's comedy.
It's an honor. It's an honor, man. You know, it's an honor that that my guys actually enjoy, you know, a good laugh, and that's what I'm all about. You know what I'm saying? I feel like laughter is the best medicine, so it's really dope that my teammates notice that.
Beautiful skyline of uptown Charlotte, and we are right a part of it here at Memorial Stadium. Chargers of Mallard Creek, the Lake Norman Giants, scoreless defensive struggle here in the first half. We're about ready to start our second half. Before we get back to action, though, let's check in with Deshaun Brown and the coach of the Lake Norman Giants, Brandon Michalak.
We're joined now by head coach Brandon Michalak from the Lake Norman Giants. Coach, after one half of football, what do you like with what you've seen from your team?
You know, defensively, we're executing. We're intense. You know, offensively, we got to pick it up and we got to execute and play our game.
You had a chance to talk it over there in the half. What do you say to your guys in terms of adjustments?
It's all about intensity. You know, they know the plays, they know what they got to do, and they just got to put it all together.
I know you've got more football to coach, so Coach,
Yep.
we appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Deshaun, and we will see. As we said, it might just be one play, one big throw, one big turnover away of what may separate these two teams. And remember, they met earlier this year, and the Chargers, who have had an undefeated season, won that game 13-6. That was a low-scoring game. This one, obviously, incredibly low-scoring here as we get ready for the start of our second half. Players starting to make their way back on the field. I mentioned Camp Rasmussen, the Lake Norman defensive coordinator, former Carolina Panther.
Yes.
He's a firefighter, right, as well?
Yes, he is, yeah. And he was a very good defensive end, too. Very good. He could play the 3 technique, the 5 technique. Very good job.
Early years of the Panthers in the late 90s here, so it'll be Chargers ball to begin this second half, and already a penalty flag.
Yes, it is. It's moving on the outside. That right tackle moved.
Well, we got a moment here. Take a look at the stats, and as you see for the Giants, not a lot. Went backwards, -7 yards of offense, and a lot of that in the passing game with those quarterback sacks. 76 yards in the first half for the Chargers. Penalties were a big part of what was going on in the first half for both teams as well. So defensive struggle, penalties, some miscues, Eugene. We'll see who plays a cleaner second half.
And here's the time of possession was way in favor of the Mallard Creek Chargers.
As he was in the first half, Emery a key player there, brings it over here to the near side, running left to the 35-yard line. So a pretty good game there to get the penalty yardage back.
He got the penalty yards back, but that was very good block on the outside. But it looks like he's holding his arm.
Yeah,
it looked like he might have hurt his wrist.
Left wrist, perhaps.
Yes. But that ball was run to the left-hand side and away from Mr. Puckett. And what you have to do, and Coach mentioned that, Coach Phil mentioned that, I got to get away from, we got to be able to stop number 18. And how do you stop him? You run the ball away from him.
Yeah, Charles Puckett, he's been a handful on the defensive
yes,
side.
Yes, he has. Oof. My goodness.
Staying in the game, though, is Mason Emery, number 22. We saw him after that run, kind of holding the forearm a little bit. Quarterback Thompson will be under center. Hands it right back to Emery. No rest for the weary, and basically slams back into the line, and no gain.
You know, Coach was talking about how do you get back in this game. We were running the ball well, but it's not enough because there's too many Lake Norman Giants at the point of attack. There's 8, 9 guys down at the line of scrimmage. You're going to have to fake out a lot of people out to make those guys miss and to get substantial yards. So what do you have to do? You do play action and you throw the ball, spread the ball out, and just see what he yields.
I mean, it's just a numbers game, right? They got more defenders than you even have blockers if everyone makes their block.
Yeah, exactly.
There'd be no hole to run through. So Ben Bryce Thompson under center. Try to run it to the right side, bouncing back and coming to the left side to the 40 and then staying in bounds, and he picked up the first down. That was a jittery little run there by Sakia Bynum, who gets basically knocked backwards running to the right, freelances by coming back to the left side. Watch the hit he takes. Runs into his own man. Then comes back around the left corner and makes a big play out of it.
And then just a great job by the running back, number 22, to pick up some blocks downfield to go ahead and spring them. Very good job, Ms. Jenkins.
Yeah, he makes it a doable 4th and 2 coming up here, about 2.5 yards. You would think.
I'm sorry. I think
game
Mason
like this,
Emery. I'm thinking of Mason Emery. Good job by Mason Emery to pick up the blocks downfield.
See if Emery is the one who receives the ball in this one. And it will be. Hit in the backfield and dropped. They were expecting it back at the 40-yard line. Big time hit. And that was Jenkins once again.
That was
Thomas
Mr. Jenkins.
has made some big plays along with Charles Puckett.
Mr. Jenkins, good job. Mr. Jenkins and Mr. Puckett, we've been saying that name a lot, but good penetration. He's right in the A gap too, right with that center. He just shoots the gap, and he shoots the gap standing up. That's mugging the A gap, something like Luke Kuechly, Thomas Davis used to do. Mug those A gaps and then get in that backfield.
Mr. Jenkins told me to make that tackle.
Mr. Jenkins told me. Mr. Jenkins told me to make that tackle. Yes, he did, indeed.
Gotta love the YouTube. Go back and watch your own highlights on that. Big fan of that to get the last man out for the Giants here. Working out of the shotgun will be Weston McCalloch. Trying to get his receiver set. Will we see some throwing? Yes, we will. Well, tunnel screen on this one. Doesn't go very far, but we appreciate the ball in the air, and it picks up a yard or two.
But what does that do? At least takes the defense and the defensive line to think, hey, the ball may go laterally, the ball may go down the field, so now I'm not going to go ahead and be as aggressive on the rush.
As Coach McCalloch was telling Deshaun Brown, that ball's going to go up in the air here a little bit in the second half. Throws it out quickly there. Receiver Byers coming back on a little tunnel screen, come back there, and just well covered, though, by the Chargers. Again, they'll have spread offense here. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. Little jet motion here. Now a deep throw coming to the right side, and that ball is broken up at the last possible minute.
And they both got hit. A good job by the free safety to get over the top of the ball, but also not a bad job by the receiver to go up top for the ball, and they met in the air with a nice collision there. Very good job.
Carter Stevens, the receiver. We'll see it again, Eugene. Pretty good throw. It's kind of anybody, as you said, the safety coming over, it's Bynum that breaks it up.
Yeah, Mr. Bynum, but look how great position the corner was in. The corner was in immaculate position, and the ball was underthrown, and a good job by the free safety of going to the ball. That's what you want. When you're in a zone situation like that, you're looking to make a play on the ball and not run into the receiver. Good job. Very good job by that young man. Way to play free safety.
So back-to-back throws by the Giants. We're seeing the ball put in the air on 3rd down and 9 coming up. And basically a wildcat here, so it'll be a running play. Puckett, he's kind of using that big body, pushing his way forward, and got back to the line of scrimmage again, just kind of feathered out there once again by the Chargers defense.
So it is very, very difficult to go ahead and run against Mallard Creek or the Lake Norman Giants. They're not having it. And then if you run the ball laterally, the team is fast enough, those linebackers are fast enough to get to the point of attack and make that and stretch that, make you stretch that play out.
Caleb Bryant, the lead tackler on that one, making it difficult to run for anybody to maybe take that turn. Now here we go with a 4th down play. It will be a punt. And it's going to be inside the 10, still rolling, down at the 7. So a game of field position matters in a scoreless game like this, and well done that time by Lake Norman, and McCalloch to punt it away and keep it in bounds and let it roll along that right sideline.
And just a really good punt. A punt is a very good play in a game that's going to be very, very tight when it's a defensive struggle. You got to be able to flip the field. That time, Lake Norman Giants, they flipped the field. Good job.
And you see Caden Rasmussen, who's talking about Kemp Rasmussen from the Panthers being out there. Jax Rasmussen wears number 9, starting center on the offensive side for Lake Norman. But here, Mallard Creek will be backed up in the shadow, if there were daylight, of their own goalpost here.
And so this is so important that there's no penalties down here. If there is a penalty down here, you can be in danger of a safety, anything like that. So you got them backed up, and for a defensive struggle, this is a really good.
Thompson, it's going to be a throw off the pitch, and they got a man open, and he caught it down at the 30, up to the 35-yard line. A big play.
And there's the razzle-dazzle I was looking for.
Yep.
You start with the run. It is a halfback pass to the receiver downfield, and what a beautiful throw, and what a beautiful catch.
So the pitch comes to Emery here, and then he lets it go. Alex Thompson on the receiving end gets behind the defensive secondary, and by far the biggest offensive play we've seen in this game, and adds a little flex there in there as well.
And just what a beautiful job. That was a real well-designed play. And here it is. You have to trick the defense. And how do you trick the defense? You do flea flickers. You're going to do something like that, hook and ladders, and also halfback passes.
Halfback throw on that one on the pitch. Now a little spark, some offense from now good field position.
Ooh,
and a nice run on first down, picking up about 7 yards.
The linebacker came up and looked like he was going to make a tackle in the backfield, but it was not to be had at all. The linebacker, who was that linebacker? My goodness, I got to get his number. Number 5, Bennett Love did a great job of shooting the gap, but a better job by the running back to go ahead and get skinny in the hole.
Find him, yeah.
Yeah, got skinny in the hole, eluded that tackle, and was able to pick up about 5-6 yards.
Kia Bynum, who also had that pass breakup as the safety, if you remember, on that last series of plays for Lake Norman. So got a spark here. Second down play, but unfortunately another penalty flag.
Yes, it is.
We're going to look at maybe encroachment this time.
Yeah. Offside on the defense. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
I'll give them.
Going to be first down.
That should be a first down.
That should be a first down.
Yeah. And it is.
The
guy said no. You said it was second down.
It is a first down.
It's been a rough night for the stick guys.
I know.
We've had broken sticks. We've had miscommunications.
My goodness.
A couple of dads doing a good job over there for sure. Back to the bread and butter. It's Emery running through tacklers. Busting loose now at the 30, at the 20. Greenfield's ahead of him at the 10, 5 touchdown.
And that is the play that they were looking for, to break 3 tackles. He breaks 3 tackles on the play. Once again, the misdirection. Quarterback spins around, alley-oops, if you will, hands the ball off to his right-hand side, hits it back to the left, and I tell you what, that's breaking tackles.
Mason Emery, about a 52-yard run. It's a 97-yard, actually 93-yard touchdown drive. They started their own 7-yard line.
Wow, and using up the clock a little bit, and just a really good drive all along, and something that coach was looking for, that breakthrough. He said that he was running the ball extremely well, but what really loosened up that defense, in my opinion, is that halfback pass.
Absolutely, that was the one that got the whole thing going. A pretty nifty, quick little drive there as it turned out. Emery with the 52-yard run. Now the conversion try, the throw is, just tipped at the last second. Getting a hand on it was Jalen Byers to break it up. Once again, they were going for Bynum there.
What a very good play.
Here's a look at the scoring play, though, once again. Mason Emery running through 3 Giants, just bulldozing 2 of them. And once he got free, just that size and speed combination down the left sideline for the touchdown.
And Mr. Emery, you're right. When I'm telling you, he ran through those tackles, ran through the tackles. Very solid group of tackling. And we hadn't seen that, too. We hadn't seen the missed tackles by Lake Norman Giants. Someone's going to have to make a mistake. And that time, he broke through 3 tackles.
Might be something for Mason to put on his TikTok. How quickly can he turn that around, do you think?
My goodness, he probably got it on TikTok right now. He probably got 1 million likes. He probably has 1 million likes already, 1,000 likes.
He's got a sibling or a parent that knows how to do it. They can put it up there quickly.
I bet you that's already on social media right now.
So the touchdown there. Guessing it's 6-0, not 1-0.
And now look at the offense. The offense of Lake Norman Giants has now gone to a spread offense. Why the spread offense? They have to be able to generate some passes right now.
Yeah, the spread is something that they go to, sometimes run out of it, but they throw again. Look at that tunnel screen once again. This time, shedding a tackle. Going to the left side, trying to break free. Not a lot of running, but got the most out of it that he could. But Jalen Byers, and he did a little drop step, avoided a couple of defenders, and made a nice gain out of it.
Mr. Byers.
Late penalty flag coming in now.
It should be a late hit out of bounds. That's what I think it's going to be called. But that was a really good catch and run to make people miss.
Taking a look at this.
Oh, no. Might be holding.
Comes back. Are we juked with a stiff arm there?
Don't do it. Don't Derrick Henry him.
That hit was in bounds. So it should not be a late hit out of bounds.
Nope.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on number 22, the defense. You 15 yards from the end of the run, first down. That is number 22, unsportsmanlike conduct toward disqualification.
All right. Didn't see the infraction. Oh, yeah, but I just saw the referee throw the flag, and I saw 22 right in the area. Oof.
So that's an extra 15 yards, takes it down to the 43-yard line for Weston Michalak and the Lake Norman offense. See if they can answer the Chargers. Touchdown. 6-0 our scores. We get late into the third quarter here.
The free safety is back 5, 10, 15 yards. The quarterback is going to drop back, so that's going to be like a 25-yard pass. I wouldn't back up any further.
Stepping up in the throw. Coming once again was trying for Carter Stevens. He was the intended target on the last series where they had the longer throw that was broken up there. So Stevens, obviously one of their faster guys, trying to break free. He is the fastest guy in this Lake Norman team.
Well, he might be the fastest on the Lake Norman team, but he was covered very well by the left corner. The left corner did a great job of pinning him to the sideline, running to his upfield shoulder, and looking for the ball back as the ball was overthrown. Very good coverage.
Well, this game's taken on a whole different vibe in the second half as these offenses have really opened up after a scoreless first half. Looking to throw left side,
Got him.
go route, and he wasn't looking for it though. He was open. That was Puckett, but he looked up. I don't know if he didn't locate it in the lights, but that ball was thrown in his direction.
And the ball was actually thrown over the top of his head, so it should have been thrown on the front side of him, but it was thrown over the top of his head.
So Michalak with the throw and just out of bounds and not able to locate it anyways, would have been uncatchable.
And that time, Puckett did a great job of outrunning the cornerback on that play, and so I would maybe go back to that play.
So they've thrown right, they've thrown left. Again, the spread offense here, they'll bring a receiver in motion. It's Rasmussen. 5 receiver set. And a throw to the far side. Diving attempt, but incomplete. Would not have been enough for the first down. At the 42-yard line, looking for Rasmussen on that one. A little out route.
And it's 4th and 10, and might they go for it, or will they go ahead and punt the ball back down there and try to get him in the hole and look for their good defense to go ahead and see if they can make a play?
Last time from about the spot is where they punted and backed him up to the 7, but the Chargers were able to get the scoring drive on what was really adverse field position at that time. Looks like they're looking punt.
Yeah, this is their punt. This is their punt formation.
But they're going to be a fake and a throw. And incomplete. Could not get his receiver Stevens open there, unfortunately for him. And good coverage by the Chargers to not be fooled on that bit of gadgetry there.
Yeah, Mr. Horton doing a good job of going down the field with the receiver. And then you also had the free safety back there, so that was well defended by Mallard Creek Chargers.
Old Darren Horton there in coverage there. The cornerback did a good job.
Now he hears a who.
Horton hears a who.
Yeah, he does. He heard it. He heard it through the grapevine too, by the way. So. Yes, he did.
We have a Horton hears a who reference. So now with 3:21 to go in the third quarter, Chargers with a 6-0 lead, momentum on their side as they come back out on offense again.
I would expect that the Mallard Creek is going to go right back to that run to see if they can go ahead and yield. That misdirection is very, very good, and they got some really good blocking last time.
That's Mason Emery, the deep setback here. In his hands it goes. They tie that same side, and this time hanging on for the tackle. Great job in there by Carter Stevens to hang on. You saw him as a receiver just a minute ago there as a linebacker making the stop and really just squaring him up and form tackling there.
I wonder if I was coach from Lake Norman, might I put Mr. Puckett to the side of Mr. Emery? I would put him maybe to the side where he lines up at defensive end because he's very, very stout and did major penetration. And what they're doing now is because they're running away from Mr. Puckett.
Which is smart, based on the way he was playing in the first half.
Or maybe put Jenkins on the outside as a defensive end.
We got full house backfield again now. Creep up Stevens on the right side, got a penalty flag.
Ooh. Yeah, they're going to move it back 5 yards. Offsides.
Wonder if that was Stevens creeping up at the last minute on the right side, might have lined up offsides.
They look like an encroachment of some type of neutral zone infraction.
Yep. So now just 2nd down and 2, a favorable down and distance for Mallard Creek.
And look at the adjustment they've been running off tackle each time.
There's Emery, and he is maybe with the reach going to have the first down. It's going to be very close here. Looks like with that last second reach of the arm, and it was just enough. Smart play, good presence of mind by Mason Emery, who had the touchdown earlier, to reach ahead and with that long arm pick up the first down.
And they're running off tackle. Might not the Lake Norman Giants go ahead and make an adjustment to go ahead and bring an extra guy maybe to the right hand side, the offensive left, because they keep testing that left side of the offense or right side of the defense and been working.
Just going with that misdirection, but nobody fooled on the Giants defense that time. Good penetration. Thomas Jenkins in there once again, having a big night on the defensive side.
And I would think about this. I would also think about blitzing. Since they want to go ahead and run the ball back there, especially in that little full house backfield set, go ahead and start to blitz a couple of guys on the outside to see if you can get back there.
Bryce Thompson, the quarterback, comes in with the play. No gain on that one, probably a loss of 2, make it 2nd and 11 or 12 here. And stay in that same formation. This time the quarterback keeps it and immediately has nowhere to go. Jenkins right up the middle, defeats his blocker, and it's going to be another negative play for Mallard Creek.
It was a broken play. The quarterback was not supposed to keep the ball. The quarterback was supposed to turn and hand the ball off to his right, to the running back, but he never got there. And so he had to eat the ball. At least he did a good thing. Take the sack, eat the ball.
Took one for the team, turned around, and immediately, though, on top of that, Jenkins, there was not going to be an opportunity to hand it off if he had a running back.
So what happens was he was going to hand the ball off to the tight end that was coming across the field. Fake the right side, tight end comes across on almost like a wham play, and then hand the ball off, but it never materialized.
There was no time.
Yep, no time. And I think they got to go back to that same play.
So they load up here on the left side. They will hand it off, and Emery again just tackled around the knees. Good open field tackle there. And outside of that long touchdown run, they did a good job. And that time Bennett Love sticking his nose in there and just making a good form tackle around the knees to take out the much bigger Mason Emery on that play.
Do you get the feeling that 7 points or 6 points is enough? This game is going to be a hard-fought game right here, a defensive game.
Got a quarter to figure it out, right?
You got a quarter to figure it out.
It is going to be some kind of final quarter here, and the tension rising in what is this Pee Wee Division League Championship of Pop Warner Little Panthers football. Headed to quarter number 4.
I like what I've been seeing. I like what I see from the secondary of Mallard Creek. They've been very good when the Lake Norman Giants opened up the field and threw the ball. When they threw the ball deep, there were people in position to make plays on the ball from Mallard Creek.
All righty, so 6-0 our score, with the Chargers in the lead over the Giants as we send it back down to the sidelines, and Deshaun Brown.
Yeah, and we're joined now by the Director of Community Relations for the Panthers, Mr. Riley Fields. Riley, a huge night, but give us a sense of how long the Panthers have been involved.
Yeah, Deshaun, this has been one of our really favorite youth football outreach programs since 2003. The Little Panthers Game of the Month has been in existence, and in that time we've given over 1,500 youth football players and cheerleaders the opportunity, the thrill, the experience of playing in a televised game.
Such a big investment. Can you speak to the why behind the team's involvement?
Yeah, we think it's a really important way, a great way to show the fun, the excitement of youth football, and really, help expand the sport at the grassroots level, showcase the sport at the grassroots level, and the important role that it plays in the football ecosystem. And so it all starts here at the Pop Warner level. And so being able to show kids when they're learning those fundamentals and when they're really learning how to play the game, executing the game, it's really the opportunity to give them that experience.
We were on the sidelines together where we saw that first touchdown break free. Where are you having the most fun tonight?
Yeah, I think the most fun for us is the joy and the excitement that the kids have. You know, when you saw them coming out on the field earlier tonight, jumping around in the tunnel, when you see the cheerleaders cheering as hard as they can, motivating the parents and families that are here, I think it's really seeing that the joy, the excitement, that this venue, this opportunity creates for others is really what's the most meaningful.
Well, Riley, thanks to you and to the Panthers organization for your partnership. And guys, I'll send it back to you.
All right, thank you, Deshaun. And Riley's got a ton of support with this, but he really is the point guy, the mastermind of all this that's happening here, along with so many other events. On a deep throw here, and that ball's broken up nicely, nearly intercepted on that go route, and a collision, but a good breakup there. And once again, that's 23, Zakia Bynum, who's had a busy night, and another good defensive play.
Mr. Bynum is in the middle of the field. His range is absolutely incredible. He gets to the sideline zone from the middle of the field. That young man ran about 25 yards to get to the sideline before the corner got there. That is excellent. And he's playing around 15, 16 yards depth, and he has incredible range.
He was able to get over on some previous series as well. Bennett Love, the receiver, comes in motion, had to break up that one from being an interception. Handoff met in the backfield. That's a fumble inside the 40-yard line. Mallard Creek says they've come up with it. Looks like they're right, and they do. The Chargers come away with the first takeaway of the night.
The Creek. The Creek comes up with the first takeaway, and right there. And it looked like I thought he was trying to change hands as he was trying to make his move in the middle of the hole, but there was too many bodies in there, and he ends up fumbling the ball.
Here's another look at this on the jet motion, then the handoff, and the strip right there.
Yes, it is.
Ball in the deck.
Yes, it is. Whew. And that's so deflating. And now we got to look for a very good defense to see if the Lake Norman Giants can go ahead and return the favor to get that ball back.
I think that might have been Devere Dangerfield who made the strip on that one. Here's the handoff. Once again, it is Emery, but a penalty flag comes in from the defensive secondary.
It is, but that's from that line, that back judge right there. That maybe look like some type of holding.
Holding on the offense, number 14. A 10-yard penalty to the spot of the foul. Still first down.
There you have it right there.
Yeah, penalties have been a big storyline as far as field position and down and distance, affecting why the score is so low, 6-0 here. Chargers have the ball, but they have the lead here. They're going to try to milk as much clock as they can. And you got to believe if they could get in the end zone again, they got to feel like they could maybe salt this thing away entirely.
Absolutely, but one thing I'm going to expect from Mallard Creek is that they're going to keep that ball on the ground and let that clock run.
Absolutely. They got the guy. They got the horse, Mason Emery.
Yes, they do.
Got the only touchdown in this game, a 52-yarder. Up under center. And they'll counter it to the left. Handoff down to the 45-yard line. Picks up about 2, but keeps that clock running once again.
And that time the quarterback takes it on the chin once again. It looked like as soon as he was handing the ball off, he got hit. This is a really good defensive game. If you like defense, then this is a very good defensive game. I mean, Lake Norman's bringing heat. There's no doubt about that. And so is Mallard Creek. These teams are well matched.
Is it a read option when he's turning those 3 backs, or is he predetermining which back is going to get it?
Yeah, I think it's predetermined. I think the coach is predetermined that. But what I think they're trying to do is sell that deception and that fake. But you can tell that the defense is not going for the fake, and they're getting back to the quarterback very, very soon. So he doesn't have time to go ahead and fake the ball twice.
Especially when they're all jamming up and down, left to right across the line. There's really nothing open. Again, they run into each other. Fumble this time on the Mallard Creek exchange, but they get it back near the 50-yard line because, again, of that defensive penetration.
That was the play they were trying to run when the quarterback got sacked. They were trying to go ahead and bring that play almost like a Jets sweep coming from the backside.
Look how muddy this gets immediately. And just almost a takeaway there, but terrific off the edge. Carter Stevens from that right side to blow that play up.
And you got to go ahead and scoop and score if you can. I mean, Lake Norman Giants in good position to go ahead and steal one. But once again, we're going to keep that clock running. That's what Mallard Creek's trying to do.
What's that saying? If you're in the city where it's busy, you fall on it. If it's in the country in the open, pick it up and run with it.
Yes, exactly.
3rd and 21. Keep it on the ground. Emery will get the most out of it that he can, just using that brute strength and power down to the 41-yard line.
My goodness, Mr. Emery. Wow. I mean, we saw a picture of Mr. Daniel Jones. Mr. Emery runs with brute force.
It's like a barge with barnacles.
He kind of reminds me of Will Shipley right now for Clemson University, who was at went to Weddington High School.
Yep.
I bet he was on the little Panthers type stuff too. But I'm just telling you, that's really good hard running by that young man. My goodness, go ahead and eat.
Got the most out of it that he could. And 4th and 14, you got to think they would probably try to punt it here and just try to back them up once again with the lead that they have.
That's exactly what you would end up doing, is punt that ball. A punt is very, very good. And if you don't punt it, just run it.
Delay of game, though.
They want to think about it.
Delay of game on the offense. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
Now they're going to punt it. They were going to run the ball, but now they're going to punt it.
If they were going to try it, they're definitely going to be punting it now. Bringing out the quarterback, Bryce Thompson, to the sideline. Remember, these are 9 to 11-year-olds. Handful of 12 and older, weight 75 to 115. Punt is away, looks like a good one. Fielded cleanly at the 22-yard line. Chance for a return, but it closes quickly with not much wedge blocking down there for Byers, nowhere to go. It was like Byers against the world on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do. You got to have your headhunter get down the field and make the return man make a move, because when he's making a move laterally, then you got guys running vertically down the field that is able to catch up with the speed. So that was a really good job of taking a shot on the return man and making a move laterally to buy time for your guys to corral and make the tackle.
All right, so it'll be the Giants looking to get a touchdown to tie it, conversion to win it. They begin with a wide receiver screen, but nothing going on. It'll be a loss of about 5 yards back to the 20-yard line. All right, well, thank everybody involved in this broadcast. Fans of the Carolina Panthers thanking the NFL Foundation, Charlotte Mecklenburg Schools Television on CMS TV for their assistance in bringing you today's Little Panthers TV Game of the Month. Big thanks to Donald Tate and the folks at CMS TV for doing a terrific job in helping provide this broadcast and this opportunity for these kids and these parents out here tonight.
You're getting more like a press coverage, and so throwing that ball to the sideline is going to be very, very difficult.
Especially when you're being sacked.
Oh, my goodness.
Hard to develop a longer pass route because of the pressure coming. And there you see the flex again.
Yes,
with
you
the
do.
Play by Deron Horton, the cornerback, coming in.
He hears a who once again, and
Horton
then he
heard
flexes
who.
on you. Then he flexes on you.
Lake Norman. They're first.
This has been some really good defense by both clubs. No doubt about it. No doubt about it, Zook.
Don't you love little man sacks like that, too? We hear about, like, big guy touchdowns.
Yes.
Large guy touchdowns. Like, little man quarterback sack. That was huge.
That was absolutely just, once again, I mean, these teams are really equally matched. And who makes the mistake or who breaks the tackle that will determine this game. And right now, you give the edge to Mallard Creek because of the running. But Mason Emery, my goodness.
Yep, he's been a load. And
get out of my way.
You know, he's also the one that had a halfback option throw.
Yes,
that
he did.
began that entire 93-yard touchdown drive, the only scoring drive for Mallard Creek, as we look off in the not too far distance at the skyline of uptown Charlotte from this beautiful American Legion Memorial Stadium, renovated this year. And this stadium is just as good as it's ever looked. A brand new seating here.
Yes, it is. Beautiful.
Reinforced. I know you've had your eye on the concession stand off
Yes,
to
I
our
have.
right.
Brother, get a hot
Hoping they're
dog.
going to stay late post-game for you. 3rd and 18. Big play coming up here for Lake Norman, trying to get on the board.
Mr. Puckett in motion. Man-to-man coverage.
And again, the pressure on the quarterback, and the second wave gets through.
My goodness.
Michaelak got out of the first wave of pressure, then stepped up and found some more.
That was a well-designed play. They were going to bring Carter Stevens from right side all the way across the field. He was actually wide open, but the rush got there. You could see him running across the field. The rush got there before the quarterback could throw the ball and spot Mr. Carter.
Adam Everett with the quarterback sack. So 4th and 24 coming up. Time dwindling as we're under 4.5 minutes remaining in this one. What kind of magic can Lake Norman come up with here?
Empty backfield.
Going to throw deep. Go route right side. That ball is complete at the 35-yard line. What a grab.
What a night. He just did a Randy Moss. He just Randy Moss.
That's right at the stick. I mean, that is amazing.
Was that Mr. Carter?
On 4th and 24.
Was that Carter Stevens on the play?
Good throw, and that is number 1 Carter Stevens.
He just Randy Moss.
Went up and you've been mossed.
He's been mossed, absolutely. A beautiful throw by the quarterback. It's coming back.
They're bringing it back.
They got a penalty. Yeah, that's a penalty. Illegal shift. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Penalty from the previous spot.
That is
Still
brutal.
4th down.
I mean, they needed 24 yards and they got it. It looked like on 4th down. And now an illegal shift brings it back.
And now it's taken back.
Ooh. I feel for you, Coach. That's tough.
And here it is. If he drops back again, there's no telling that he may get sacked, and it could be a safety. They're going to go back with empty backfield. If they blitz once again, you got to get that ball away quickly because you don't want to take a sack in the back there because it could be a safety, and it may be too much to overcome.
Now they do it again on 4th and 29. Backed up almost to their own goal line here. And just no time. This time the pressure coming. And Michael Eck, all he can do is just get rid of it. And it's going to be unbelievably great field position coming up here for the Chargers.
And Zoke, he's lucky he didn't get the intentional grounding call because he was in the back of the end zone and throwing the ball away. Hopefully there was a guy there near the feet where he threw the ball at because that was almost intentional grounding. Ouch.
So we check in once again as 3:42 on the clock with Deshaun Brown.
Well, you can probably hear it, but we're joined now with the head cheer coach of the Lake Norman Giants, Miss Susan Arrington. Give me a sense of what tonight has meant for your girls in preparing for a big game like this.
Well, it's always an exciting night to come out and cheer under the lights in a big stadium, you know, like this for a championship. So it's been a fun, exciting night for them.
Especially now, given last year you mentioned that you did not have the opportunity to cheer. How much more does this opportunity mean, just being able to come back out and enjoy it?
I mean, it's so great for the kids to be able to come out, they get in their uniforms again, just getting back to some normalcy for them, just fun for them being together, being outside, not having masks. It's just a fun night altogether, yeah.
Speaking of fun, we want to get a sense of what the Lake Norman Giants can do. So I'm going to step out of the way and let you ladies do your thing.
All right, ladies, let's pump it up. Ready?
Hey Giants, yeah, are you ready? To what? To P-U-M-P. Pump, 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 pump it up. Hey Giants, yeah, are you ready? To what? To P-U-M-P. Pump, 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 pump it up. Hey Giants, yeah, are you ready? To what? To P-U-M-P. Pump, 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 pump it up.
All right, great job, Deshaun and the Lake Norman Giants cheer squad. They could use some cheer on the Giants side right now because they got a difficult situation as they trail 6-0 to Mallard Creek, and the Chargers off that turnover on possession ran the ball one time to Emery, of course, and now they are just inside the 5-yard line looking to maybe put this game away, salt it away.
And now I would expect Mr. Emery is going to get the ball again.
Out of the full house backfield. Fake it to him, though, and they tried to run it to the right side, but not tricked, and good staying in their gaps once again.
Why?
Sakia Bynum could not get through.
And because Mr. Puckett's right there. Do not run the ball to the side, Mr. Puckett's side. It ain't happening.
And Charles Puckett has done a monster job on the defensive side. And there are the trophies right there that you can see. This Pop Warner Little Panthers Pee Wee Division Championship game. Beautiful trophy there. And that'll be presented, of course, after the game here. And we'll see, does Lake Norman, they're running out of chances here. Can they make it happen? Good defensive stand there. Can they keep Mallard Creek from scoring once again and maybe get one last drive? Put it together. We've seen it happen.
Yes, we did.
We saw a 93-yard drive, the only scoring drive in this game by the Chargers. So if they could somehow hold on here, 3rd down and 6 coming up.
And I would expect this ball is going to stay on the ground and it's going to be in the hands of Mr. Mason Emery.
They used him as a decoy in that last play, but
Yes,
all he
they
did
did.
was get Bynum blown up by, as you said, Charles Puckett. He's just played a terrific game. You see big number 18 in the white stand up on the left side of the line. Into that full house backfield. Two-handed off, and it's Emery breaking tackle after tackle, not losing his feet into the end zone for a touchdown.
Get a ball to Mr. Mason. Emery. He was not going to be denied on that play. The
Mason
ball went
Emery versus the world.
The ball went off to the left-hand side, away from Mr. Puckett. Mr. Puckett was trying to chase the play from behind, could not do it, but just the strength. And look at the blocking. They got the lineman downfield. Good job of blocking, and way to stay on your feet, young man, and get nasty. Woo!
He was just tugging and pulling. Knees just would not go down.
Absolutely.
Busting his way into the end zone.
Mr. Lawson Sherman had a shot, number 90. The defensive tackle had a shot on him and to hold him back, but he would not be denied. He went through that tackle also.
Shotgun, going to be a throw, a pump fake, and out of the back of the end zone, unable to convert it, but a 2-touchdown lead for the Chargers now at 12-0, and less than 3 minutes remaining on the clock.
And that might be too much to overcome. Right there, 2 minutes and 54 seconds on the clock. And now you're going to see pass plays, but nothing but pass plays. And the quarterback for Lake Norman has not had the time to go ahead and throw that ball deep down the field, 25, 30 yards. He did it once, but it was a penalty. I don't think he's going to have the time.
No, and he's not going to have the time on the clock to run, so I think they're going to be in that situation where they're going to be forced to pass. And Lake Norman, they do run that spread offense. They are able to run deep routes. It's all in the playbook of stuff they've been doing heading into this game. The Giants come in at 5-2. Chargers trying to not only win the title, but finish it out with an undefeated record. Pressure coming, and just nowhere to go.
And a twist stunt. They ran a twist stunt. How sophisticated is the Mallard Creek Chargers? They ran a twist stunt at the line. A nice little game. End goes inside, tackle goes around, linebacker follows, twist follow, my goodness. Up ends the quarterback, full sack.
Weston McCallick is the one who gets twisted to the ground here. And you see that pressure up the middle. He ran right into where the edge rusher had come around on that stunt. That's Everett, and makes the tackle there for the sack.
Wow.
Second and very long now. Clock is rolling down towards 2 minutes. Direct snap. This is the running back and taking a sideways hit. Byers. Sideswiped on that one after a short game.
Mr. Byers, I mean, that was a rugged run, but what an even tenacious defense to go ahead and get to the point of attack and limit that run. Wow.
Maybe Byers again. Taking that direct snap, and again, not fooling anybody up front with that interior defensive line of the Chargers.
And here's the problem. You just did 2 runs in a row. And
Clock's rolling.
And the clock is rolling. And you're doing an up-tempo offense, but it's 3rd down and 10. If you don't make this convert, it's going to be easy for them to sit down on it.
And this is actually going to be 4th down, and here comes the throw on the near side. Puckett goes up for it, almost came down with it. Would have been a 1st down, but incomplete and broken up. Was that Emery on the coverage?
I think it was Emery on the coverage, was it not?
Yeah, finishing out the game essentially.
Yes, it was.
So Emery as a defensive back after being the running back to score twice. Look at him catch up here and just in and out of the hands. Pretty good throw. Puckett just couldn't bring it in.
And look who the free safety is. The free safety is right on top of the play to make the tackle just in case. I'll tell you what, this is a well-schooled Mallard Creek team, and they got some very, very good players out there. And not to be denied, because it's also Lake Norman got some really good players too. But wow, they've converted today, and it's been under the strength of that Mr. Mason Emery.
Talk about
get out my way.
Mallard Creek coming into this game outscoring their opponents 179-30, and here in this one they lead 12-0 now, and you know they'll just be trying to hang on to this football and run out the clock now.
They can actually take a knee. I'm not sure how many timeouts they have left. I think there's only 1 timeout left for the Lake Norman.
Looks like you're right. This is the victory formation.
This is it. Lake Norman, they can't stop the clock.
You'll have to snap it again. And victory formation, your favorite play in football, right?
That's it. When you're winning, that's the greatest play in the league. When you're losing, you hate to see it.
So Coach Phil Thompson there and some of these Chargers parents and fans, and there's the star of the night. What a game it has been, and what a performance by Mason Emery. Number 22 scored both of the touchdowns. like a lot of these players, a two-way player, offense and defense.
And it was robust touchdowns. And don't forget, he had some really good blocking. There was some outstanding blocking by the offensive line, but he had a huge, huge day.
132 yards. He carried it 24 times.
Wow.
2 touchdowns. And this will be the final kneel down in the victory formation. They can run out the clock from here. And they are champions. Mallard Creek, they are your champions. Undefeated at 7-0. Little Panthers Pee Wee Division League Championship is theirs. And well deserved with this rugged 12-0 win. It was a scoreless game at halftime. And they continue with the shutout into the second half and beat the Giants of Lake Norman 12-0. Congratulations to Coach Phil Thompson and his team on winning the championship in this perfect season, and a great job by Coach Brandon Michalak and the Lake Norman Giants as these teams will meet at midfield and slap hands, and nothing to feel bad about on either side. It was a terrific football game.
It was a great football game, a very good defensive stop, and it took some robust plays and some really breaking some tackles to go ahead and be the difference maker. And so, hats off to Mallard Creek, but Lake Norman, you have nothing to be ashamed of. We played pretty darn well, no doubt about it. It's good defensive effort.
There you see 18 of the Giants. Charles Puckett, he played terrific on defense, especially trying to keep those Giants in the ball game. Kemp Rasmussen, you see in the Panthers hat, the former Carolina Panther defensive coordinator. Mason Emery scored 2 touchdowns in this game. This was the first of the 2 that broke the game open with the first scoring drive of the game. We'll be back to wrap things up as you watch Emery run to the end zone, part of the 12-0 win for the Chargers.
The person I would call if I was in trouble would be Robbie. I don't know, I feel like he'd just pop up anyway.
DJ, where you at? You coming right away. That's my little brother. He coming for me regardless. So I ain't got no doubts, you know what I'm saying?
I think DJ said him too yesterday.
Yeah, that's my brother, you feel me?
That's what he said. He said you're the big brother, he's the little brother.
Yeah, for sure. We locked in.
Oh, calling Yetur for sure. He gonna pick up and he gonna get there quick.
If I was in trouble, I'd call Derek because he owes me a couple favors.
That's my guy. Player I would call if I was trouble is Yetur. Or only reason why I call Yetur because me and him, we communicate, always going bowling and stuff on the weekends, so we always try to do stuff. And I know if I ever need a trouble, Yetur is there. If I was in trouble, I'd probably call my Philly boys, Hassan, DJ Moore.
Shaq. He's dependable. Sometimes.
Shaq. Because I know he's going to pick up. I don't know how long he'll get there. He might take a minute to get there, but he'll be there within an hour or 2.
What's Mom making for you?
Macaroni and cheese.
That sounds good.
Corn, some ribs, some of that good stuff.
JC, Shy, you guys have been going head-to-head in practice since your days at South Carolina. We're gonna put you to the test to go head-to-head in this interview, all right? First question, you're both lovely individuals, but you get competitive on the field. Who chirps more when the 2 of you are going up against each other?
Hold on, my marker ain't working. There we go. Oh, against each other?
Yeah, when you're going up against each other. All right, let's see him. All right, we're in agreement,
He worse when we in the game though.
Oh, really? Yeah, no one wants to come up against you? All right, you both live within driving distance of your families, so who between the 2 of you is more likely to go home and let Mom take care of them? Do some laundry, maybe cook some meals. You took the time to do the official signature on that one.
I had to.
JC, how did you know it was gonna be him?
Cause I don't go home much, so.
What's Mom making for you?
Macaroni and cheese.
That sounds good.
Corn, some ribs, some of that good stuff.
Well, JC, I'm gonna let you shout out your mom's cooking too, because I don't want to
Yeah,
get
my
in trouble.
mom throw down. My favorite food, my mom's fried chicken. It's the best in the world, for sure.
I asked this question to DJ and Dante when we did this last week, but I want to hear from you guys. In general, not necessarily the two of you, who are bigger divas, cornerbacks or wide receivers?
You better put WR.
You know? Why is that? Yeah, you're the official representative.
Yeah. I mean, we just like to be pretty. Out there on the field, I'm not gonna lie. Like to look good, feel good, play good.
Yeah. Who got recognized more on campus at South Carolina? All right, let's see. Oh, all right, Shai says both.
Receivers get all the love. It's
Going
crazy.
around, they're like, Shai, what's going on?
Yeah.
All right, last question, okay? Write down one word to describe your friend. What we got? Loyal and savage. I love it. Two great words to be described by.
Sure. Yes, ma'am.
It's great to see you guys' story from South Carolina to hear, and love how much you hype each other up. So thank you for playing head to head. This was fun.
Thank you.
Back at Memorial Stadium, the final touches of the Pop Warner Little Panthers Pee Wee Division League Championship game, won by Mallard Creek over Lake Norman, 12-0. Phil Thompson, the head coach, Mason Emery, the star of the game. They're down there with Deshaun Brown.
Well, right now we have one of our stars here, Mason Emery, more than 130 yards, 2 touchdowns in the win. Mason, how does it feel?
It feels great. I think I had a really good game. I usually get more than 200 yards a game, but I didn't get as much today.
Even after a championship win, you're still looking at ways to get out there and get more. But just after coming off the field, accomplishing an undefeated season, what does it mean for you and for the Mallard Creek Chargers?
Well, it feels good because this is probably one of our best teams we've had in a long time, and we did really good this season.
I hear that you're a big fan of TikTok, or you're pretty good on the TikTok.
I guess you could say that. I don't really do that anymore.
Oh, my bad. So what is the new thing now, especially now after you have a championship to add to your resume?
I guess I'm just going to keep going on with football, try and make it to the NFL.
Well, certainly doing a good job so far. Coach, coming off the performance that we saw from Mason, but from the team as a whole, what are you feeling right now?
Oh man, it's great to know that all the hard work they put in over the last few seasons, it paid off for them, and it's great to, that reward for those kids after all that hard work.
Coming out of the half, I mean, this was a scoreless game. What allowed this team to break through and to get points on the board?
Number 22 is hard to tackle for 4 quarters. You can do it for a couple quarters, but 4, it's tough. Any team, that's tough for. And Lake Norman's a great team, but he's a lot. He's a workhorse. He's hard to tackle.
Undefeated season. What does that mean to finish off in this way?
It was great. Coming into the season, we expected it. We expected to be here. Our main goal is to get to Florida, right? So this is just a hurdle, a little stepping stone for us. Hopefully we can keep it going. We got North Raleigh on November 20th. After that, we're going to Florida. So it was awesome.
Coach Mason, thank you and congratulations again.
Thank you.
Guys, I'll send it back to you.
Deshaun, thank you so much. With the head coach, Phil Thompson, Mason Emery, who ran for 132 yards on 24 carries, 2 touchdowns. But he's disappointed because he normally runs for over 200 yards.
He said he normally runs for over 200 yards. But Coach is absolutely right. He said Mason Emery was hard to tackle. You might stop him initially, but how the robust runs and how he got his shoulder pad level down low, he did a great job of running through some tackles, and he was the difference maker for sure.
Look at those team stats, and you'll see Lake Norman negative yardage, so a testimony to Mallard Creek's defense, negative 19 yards in this game. Time of possession reflects it as well, about 11-minute differential. And it was fun for both teams. Obviously a great night to be under these lights and have the opportunity to play here at Memorial Stadium for the Pop Warner Little Panthers Pee Wee Division League Championship game. Mason Emery with a pair of touchdowns provided the scoring in this game as they would go on to win this game 12-0, claim the championship and take it home. For Deshaun Brown and Eugene Robinson, I'm Jim Zoki. So long from Uptown Charlotte.